Welcome to the channel, my name is Facecast, and today I'm going to rank every troop in Island War on a tier list. If you want to see more Island War videos in the future, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Let's start things off with the Airbender, and right away I'm going to stick the Airbender in the S tier. The Airbender has great hit points and damage for a single load mage type troop, and they also cause area damage and can temporarily silence ranged enemies. Next we have the Ancient Dragon, and I'm going to stick the Ancient Dragon in the C tier. For a legendary flying troop, they don't have many hit points, they're not that strong, so they really need a buff. Next we have the Common Archer. Now I know some people might say that a ranged unit might be useful, but I would rather use something like crossbowmen, spear throwers, and of course frost archers. I'm not going to rank axe throwers, I don't think those are out yet. There's a few troops I don't want to rank yet, so let's just put these down here like royal guards, this guy, musketeers. Next we have the berserker, and I'm not really impressed with the berserker. I do like the idea of the rage skill. It's kind of like the Viking warrior in Art of War, where its stats will be increased if its health goes below 50%, but you're not really going to find a use for that. And when your health goes below 50%, it keeps on going down. You're going to die. Get out of there. The bomber, I like the idea of bombers, but they just take up space. They're not going to cause that much damage. They're not going to blow up a building. They're not going to blow up a squad of enemies. You're better off using a troop that will get you more damage. Brawlers are a great utility troop. I'm going to stick them in the C tier. They work great in Infinite Trial. They can shield your other troops, your other melee troops like giants. And heal wizards. They work great alongside heal wizards in Infinite Trial. I'll see some top players use crossbowmen. I'm going to stick them in the B tier. Crossbowmen are a lot better than archers. They deal more damage and they can hit multiple targets. They work well alongside frost archers. Next we have drakes, and I love the idea of drakes, but I'm going to stick them in the C tier. Drakes are like a little swarming DPS troop. You see them in other games, but right now they're not that useful. They're gonna need a buff or a hero to reinforce them. Same with engulfing dragons. I'm sticking them in the C tier. I like the idea of them. They're a dragon that swallows their enemies and then recovers health. They're really interesting. Next we have the frost archer, and of course the frost archer is in the S tier. Frost archers are multi-load range units that slow down the enemy and freeze them. They are the meta, and they probably always will be. The fire mage shoots a fireball that ignites all nearby enemies. It's basically a little burst damage mage with a little bit of area attack. I'm going to stick them in the C tier. Frost titans have the highest HP in the game, making them the strongest single load tank in the game, so they are going in the S tier. Not only are frost titans strong, they have the iciness release skill that slows the enemy's movement speed, attack speed, and freezes them. Frost titans work great in the front of your boats alongside giants, while protecting your other troops behind them. I like Gale Riders, but I have not found a use for them, so they are going in the C tier. I find delay a little more useful than speed, so Gale Riders kind of throw me off, and if I see someone using them on defense, I'm going to attack. Next we have the Halberdier, and I'm going to stick them in the C tier with everything else. Halberdiers and dwarf warriors are kind of alike, so you know what, I'm going to stick both of them in the C tier. Halberdiers have more attack, but dwarf warriors have more HP, so they can be interchanged if you have them both. It depends what you need, more attack or more HP. The hunting gunner can deal critical damage on a single target. I haven't found much of a use for it though, so I'm going to stick it in the C tier with everyone else. Look at that, everyone's in the C tier. It doesn't really have that many hit points either, so it can get taken out easily, but I see it being useful at some point in the future. It's a very cool troop, and you might need a troop that can focus on a single target like a giant. Heal wizards are also going in the C tier. Just like with brawlers, they work great in Infinite Trial, and they work great alongside brawlers. They are melee units that attack and heal nearby friendly units, but they don't heal as much as nuns. The lapidating giant is a scary troop to come across if you see one on defense, so I'm going to stick them in the B tier. Lapidating giants throw a scorching earth rock that deals lasting area damage. They're really good at taking out multi-load troops like frost archers, or anywhere you see troops in a bunch. These guys are the kings of AoE damage. Mace warriors are multi-load melee troops, and their attack will increase the damage taken by the enemy. I'm going to stick them in the B tier. They're good on both offense and defense, and of course they're good alongside other troops that can cause a lot of damage. Next we have shadow assassins who can leap to the enemy. I'm going to stick shadow assassins in the A tier. Shadow assassins can be used strategically to leap to enemies in the distance. They can wipe out frost archers, they can take out giants, and they work well alongside other troops like void assassins. I don't like like using them on defense, but I think they're one of the best offensive troops. Next we have nuns, and I'm going to stick nuns in the B tier. Nuns don't attack, they just stand there and heal, and they do a great job at it. Good job, sisters. Not only that, they can also remove control effects. Snowmans deal AoE damage and slow the enemy down. I like them better than fire mages, but I'm going to stick them in the C tier. They're cute, they throw little snowballs. How can't you love them? Spearmen are just common troops that you're gonna want to fuse for other troops someday. Spear throwers don't impress me too much. They're going in the C tier. Each time spear throwers throw their spears, they will increase a percentage of their attack. They're kind of like Peltist in Art of War, and Peltist are very good troops in Art of War. They're S tier troops, but they don't really cross over to Island War. I would rather use crossbowmen, but I do think these are one of the coolest looking troops. The common swordsman is a common swordsman. Next we have the Templar, and I'm going to stick the Templar in the B tier. That might be shocking to some people because the Templar has a lot of hit points. They can deal a ton of damage, and they have a great skill that deals a lot of damage and makes them immune to damage. So what am I thinking here? They're especially great on defense against assassins trying to raid your base. But the way I look at it is you can take the Templar out and still win on defense and on offense. The troops above are just a little bit more necessary or cooler. And when I mean cooler, I mean the Void Assassin, and the Void Assassin is going in the A tier. I have been testing Void Assassins and Shadow Assassins out a lot, and this combination is just insane. Put 5 Shadow Assassins with 1 Void Assassin on one boat, and that Void Assassin will leap some of those Shadow Assassins with it to its target, so you can divide them up. It's a really cool strategy. If you don't know what I'm talking about, good. So they pretty much teleport to the strongest enemy in the area, stun the whole area, and cause area damage. Next we have Arctic Wolves, and they are in the C tier with everyone else. Arctic Wolves are great early on in the game. They're very fast and can close the distance quickly, but you're going to want other troops later on in the game. Now last but not least, we have the Giant, and I'm going to stick the Giant in the A tier. The Giant does not have as many hit points as the Frost Titan, but they can deal 30,000 area damage. Plus they have a skill called Heavy Bash that bashes the target area and repels enemies. Thanks for watching the video. I want to hear what you guys think about these rankings. Would you rank anything differently? What do your rankings look like? Let us know in the comments below. And then smash like, subscribe, check out the HyperX gear in the description, and have a really nice day. I'll see you guys later.